I'm doing a review of a Brewery West beer, which has a really crazy, weird label. All these are individual stickers, overlapped mostly. It's their IPA called Falling Water, and I didn't notice just until now that it was canned over 2 months ago, and they just shipped it to Craft Beer Cellar in Belmont, Massachusetts last week. Why? I don't know. Why can't you ship your beer out more so it isn't just sitting around? You're like, oh, we'll just send it across the country 2 months later. Seems really weird to me, but I've heard great things about this brewery. I almost bought their beer back in February when I was in LA, but it's kind of expensive. It's about the same price here. It's a special deal, I guess they're doing with Craft Beer Cellar, where every once in a while they're going to ship it out here. So the deal with this is it's 6.5%, I believe, and it uses a really interesting hop combo of Simcoe, Eldorado, and Motueka. And there's also spelt and buckwheat in it, raw spelt and raw buckwheat. So really, I've never had any IPA with even close to that malt and hop combo, I think. So I'm going to be really disappointed if this is all oxidized and gross, but I know that an IPA can stay good. Even a hazy IPA can stay good for 2 months plus, but there has to be a really low amount of dissolved oxygen in there. You have to really know how to brew to keep that perfect haze in there. Otherwise, a lot of things will fall to the bottom. They'll get chunks. If there's oxygen in there when you can it, then it's going to get brown and lose its fresh, fruity quality. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see, it is very hazy and it's not super duper bright. Not as dark as some oxidized hazy IPAs I've had, but it's got a little bit of a darkness going on in there. Hopefully that doesn't translate to the spicy apple quality I've gotten from some really oxidized hazy IPAs. Head looks pretty good. I don't think it was naturally carbonated. Yeah, it's definitely lost some of its fresh, fruity qualities. I'm pretty mad at Craft Beer Cellar and and Brewery West for doing this, honestly. I usually inspect everything I buy much more, but for some reason I assumed that since they made a big stink about this at Craft Beer Cellar that it was all going to be fresh products. I guess it still smells pretty mango-y and grapefruity. I mean, if the mouthfeel and everything and the pleasantness of drinking it fills in, then maybe I'll be happy. We'll see. That's a pretty good beer. Probably would have been a lot better a month or 2 months ago. It's a really interesting malt character. I guess I can't call it malt because it's raw spelt and raw buckwheat. They don't malt them. It's only their malted barley, which they call some Mecca grade malted barley. I don't know what that means at all. Mecca grade's kind of funny because Mecca, Islam, they don't drink, but whatever. Head's looking really good. This seems like it's an extremely well brewed beer, actually. To stay in this good a shape at 2 months for being an extremely hazy IPA. And that head is really, really nice. And it's coming across with a really sweet cereal quality it's pretty grapefruity too. Kind of a mixture of ruby red grapefruit, a little bit of white bitter grapefruit, but not very bitter. And some mango qualities. I mean, it's really good. I guess no, it would be really good if it were a little fresher. But as you can see, it's a little darker. I should look up some reviews of this from October when this batch was released and see what the appearance is like. I guess it's kind of nice that I can notice that spelt and buckwheat. It really gives a cool character to this beer, and it totally works. And the Simcoe kind of berry qualities are in there too. Motueka lime on the edges, but it's not really bright and fresh citrus juicy yet. It could be more. And then, yeah, the El Dorado, I feel is like pretty limey, sometimes piney, kind of like strawberry notes. It's a pretty good beer. I don't know if it's worth more than one can. I guess I'll probably enjoy drinking the whole 4-pack, but I'm gonna do it soon. But it's just a little disappointing that it's this old. It's like, come on, breweries, figure out a way that you can, your beers like can be shipped sooner than that or something. I don't really know what the deal was with this, but I mean, you can see with the lacing and the head retention, this is a really, really well-made beer. And it has a really nice mouthfeel, really full. So much barley flavor, really thick for 6.5%. And the yeast just brings a touch of juicy fruit notes out. But it's really just nicely supporting the grains and hops. I'm going to give this a beer 4, but if it was fresher, I might give it a 4.5. Because at this point, it's really smelling like pretty malt barley forward. Might be good to blend with some other fresher IPA, because I'm kind of into doing that. But it's one of the best, like, over 2-month-old IPAs I've had probably. But I don't know. I'm just pretty annoyed by these breweries that hold things at the brewery for so long. Like before Springdale, Jack Sabby's ale brewing arm, started distributing stuff, you'd go there and they would have the IPAs that they didn't distribute sitting on their shelves for over 2 months, and be like, come on, just distribute it. Send these things out to people so they can drink them while they're fresh. Just why hold on to them at the brewery for so long? I guess at the brewery they know they can keep them refrigerated and keep them, in good shape. They won't be sitting on a shelf in, the warm sunlight or anything. But please, if you have beer to send out and it needs to be drunk fresh, send it out there. This is what I want breweries to do. And I guess that's it. I'll stop complaining. But I guess it's worth it for the most part. If you're around here, maybe snag a can. It's pretty expensive, but it is really unique and really well made. That's it. Bye.